Hello everybody, it is the 2nd of January and amazing news. We have got the 10 subscribers. So whoever that 10th subscriber is, I don't know who you are, you're a beautiful person, thank you very, very much. And I've got this crazy idea. What we're going to do is go for 11 subscribers. So if you know anybody else, let's see if we can get to 11. But for that 10th subscriber, I'm making this video especially for you. It is Gruyères. Now, I made them once before, and I made the recipe far too complicated. It's so it's going to be an easy one. And Gruyères are a little canapé or hors d'oeuvre that you would serve before a meal. And there's only one thing to drink with it, and that's a bloody good martini. Unless you don't like martini, in which case champagne, that's also good. So there's only one thing to drink with it, unless you want to drink something else with it. Let's give it a go. I've got 125 milliliters of water, and I've got 32 grams of butter, and I'm gonna boil up the water and melt the butter. That's the first step. So let's do that. Then we can just add just a little bit of salt. As this starts coming to the boil, I'm just going to whisk it a little bit just to get it all stirred in. And it's pretty important that you don't do this with a non-stick pan, because you will muck up your pan and get it all scratched. It's starting to come to the boil there. I'm going to put my 75 grams of flour in here, and I'm going to stir that real quick. I've got a little hot plate that I can put this on while I stir this. Okay. So now that's all come together. We're going to let that cool. The quickest way to do that is to put that into just a large cold bowl. We put this in a bowl for it to cool down. So when we add the eggs, it doesn't start cooking the eggs, which if you left it in the pan, they would start scrambling basically. Okay, while that's cooling down, get a baking tray and then just get a bit of greaseproof paper for the baking tray. Do you know what, right? One time I caught Rosie trying to steal this. She thought she'd get away with it, but I think you thought it was worth the whisk. Get it? Worth the whisk? Risk? Is this even on? Okay, the next thing is to add 2 eggs. We're going to add these one at a time though. If I can get them in. And then use the whisk just to combine into the pastry. It should start looking a little bit like scrambled eggs. And the good thing about whisking it is, you're getting all the egg mixture into all the into all the pastry mixture. And as that starts getting a bit firmer there, then you know it's time to put the other egg in. Okay, so that's how you want that to look now. So it's got quite stiff. Then we're going to add 50 grams of Gruyere cheese. So I'll say that again, Gruyere. Doesn't have to be Gruyere. It can be Comté or it can be Emmental. But you want something that's a little bit harder, because if you use cheddar, then it will just get a little bit oily. This cheese just works better. And just stir that in. But you might start getting to a phase where just using the whisk don't work anymore, so you can stir it with the spatula. Okay, and then the next bit is to just put the mixture onto the baking tray to get ready to cook. You can use a piping bag if you want, but if you haven't got good skills at that, like I don't, just use 2 teaspoons. You can see it's about 1 full teaspoon on there, and then just put them out on the baking sheet, just hopefully far enough apart so they don't touch when they cook. Okay, so we have put them out on the tray. We're going to put them in the oven for about 15 minutes, quite a high oven at about 200. Check them after about 10 and see if you think they're done. And this is, where are you going, Rose? And this is dedicated to the 10th subscriber, whoever you are.